Hello everyone, my name is Mukul Tanwar of BBA Morning A. Today I am going to present on the topic why economic development is more important than economic growth. In this we will discuss about economic growth and economic development. Economic growth. Economic growth has been defined in two ways. In the first place, economic growth is defined as sustained annual increase in an economy's real national income over a long period of time. In other words, economic growth means rising trend of net national product at constant prices. Now, essential of economic growth are economic growth is a long run process. Economic growth shows higher rate of increase in real per capita income than rate of growth of population. Economic growth is always linked with large increase in productive ability of the economy. Economic growth is connected with the fair distribution of income and wealth. Economic growth is attached with the reduction in poverty and unemployment. Now we will discuss about the economic development. It refers to the process whereby the total supply of goods and services of society increases, leading towards improved living standard. Economic development is the development of economic wealth of countries, regions, and or communities for the well-being of their inhabitants. Economic development, the process whereby simple, low-income national economies are transformed into modern industries economies. Structural changes of economic development. First, there is a change in the occupational structure. Second, there is a change in the structure of national output. Third, there is a change in the structure of industrial production. Fourth, there is a change in the structure of foreign trade. Fifth, there is a change in the structure of technology. And the last one, sixth, is there is a change in the social and institutional sector. As you can see, the economic growth is equal to annual increase in per capita income, and economic development is equal to economic growth plus structural changes. Now here is the difference between economic growth and economic development. As you can see, economic growth is a narrow concept and economic development is a wider concept. Why economic development is more important than economic growth? Economic development is more important than economic growth because economic growth does not take into account the size of the informal economy. The informal economy is also known as the black economy, which is unrecorded economy activity. Development alleviates people from low standards of living into proper employment with suitable shelter. Economic growth does not take into account the depletion of natural resources, which might lead to pollution, congestion, and disease. Development, however, is concerned with sustainability, which means meeting the needs of the present without compromising future needs. These environmental effects are becoming more of a problem for governments now that the pressure has increased on them due to global warming. Economic growth is a necessary but not sufficient condition of economic development. Economic development is a broader concept than economic growth. Development reflects social and economic progress and requires economic growth. Growth is a vital and necessary condition for development, but it is not a sufficient condition as it cannot guarantee development. Developing countries are usually categorized by a per capita income criteria, and economic development is usually thought to occur as per capita income rises. Now, there is a key differences between economic growth and economic development. Economic growth is the increase in the real output of the country, and economic development is the increase in the level of production in an economy along enrichment of living standards and advancement of technology. Economic growth does not reflect the depletion of natural resources. Economic development is concerned with sustainability, which means meeting the needs of the present without compromising. Economic growth is the subset of economic development. Economic growth is necessary but not enough to achieve economic development. Economic growth is an automatic process. Meanwhile, economic development is the outcome of planned and result oriented activities. Now, the conclusion is after examining the above information, we can say that economic growth is a subset of economic development. Economic development is a bigger concept than economic growth. Economic development uses various indicators to measure the progress in an economy as a whole. However, economic growth uses only specific indicators like the gross domestic product, individual income, etc. for the calculation. Economic growth is often contrasted with economic development, which can be defined as the increase in the economic wealth of an economy or nation for the welfare of its residents. Here, you should know that economic growth is essential but not the only condition for economic development. Thank you.